Good morning, Dave Johnston here with Day Trade the Markets. Today is Thursday, August the 10th, 2017, and we're looking at a 2-minute chart of the September Nasdaq contract. I just finished another trade. I just got that recording. It was a short one. It was a scratch trade. It was on the long side. Just got it rendered. Immediately got back in here after this market had dropped. And you can see the time here. It's getting on for 7:30 here. So, and that's of course Pacific time, daylight savings time on Thursday, August the 10th, as you can see. So I did go ahead and get long here. We were long a little bit earlier today. It did bounce up, but then came back and stopped us out at basically break even. So got back in on the long side, really because this attempt here to sell off was rejected pretty quickly. And I'm talking about this red bar right here, decelerated. As soon as this got its high taken out, that's where I got on board. So that we're long at 58.52. So just move that out of the way. So our first objective really here on this trade is towards the top here of either this magenta bar or this high velocity move. And so if I go ahead and try and sell a couple of these up here, I will put it at, well, let's put it at 62 even. That'll give us 10 points on that. So that's near the top of this high velocity move, which is this vertical rectangle area here. We've got a couple of them here today. Magenta is our strongest selling, blue is our strongest buying on the aggressive side. So as you can see here, we had a nice little run up late yesterday. Market sold off some overnight and then opened here today for the regular trading hours, and it's worked its way lower, had a bit of a bounce, worked its way lower. Now we're having another bounce. So this is a natural resistance area, and I'm going to go ahead and put my stop in here just a little bit below this blue bar. So you can see this blue bar which just formed here, this one right here. We've had a couple of them here. This was an inside bar, but this blue bar actually has had a little bit of follow through, and it has taken out the high of just a recent red bar. So we're starting to get some strength in here. I'm going to go ahead and put my stop in just down in here. Let's see, the low of this blue bar is around 47. We're long from about 52. So I'm going to place it just a little bit below that, 52 to, let's say, 45. Yeah, I'll put it at 45 for our sell stops at 45. Okay. 45 to 52, that's a 7-point risk on this trade, and our first objective is 10 points. So that's really it for the time being. Let me see here the time where we at here. So yeah, just been in the trade here for 3-4 minutes. We'll keep monitoring this. We do have our stop in place and our first objective. So I will pause the recording and pick it up when need be. Okay, just restarted the recording. It's now 7:37, so I've been in the trade about 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and make an adjustment on the stop. You can see here that the market did have a bit of a dip down to just below our entry. Now it's come back up very close to our first target. Let me just spread this out a little bit more so we can see it perhaps a little bit better. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this stop. I'm going to bring it just below that last little dip. That I'm referring to this little dip right here that we had. So I'm going to so I've raised the stop just a little bit below that at 49. We're long from 52. That's 58.52 we're long, and our stop, protective sell stop, is now at 58.49. Our first exit objective here for 2 of the 4 contracts that we're long is at 58.62. So just wanted to bring you up to date on that. And yeah, we've been in the trade about 11-12 minutes now. So I'll once again pause the recording and pick it up hopefully in a minute or so when hopefully we'll reach the 58.62, our first objective. So I'll pause it now. Okay, just resuming the recording here again. You can see the time now, 7:48. So that's what been in the trade roughly 30 minutes, a little bit more. It has gotten up just a minute ago, right up here to within just a point of our objective. So I'm going to change the stop here, and I'm going to put it right at break even. so we know where our stop is there. So our risk now is just, plus we had this dip right here, as you can see, and then have come up, so just a little bit below this last dip as well. So I think a good place to put our stop. So we'll see if we can get hit on this. It's getting really close. Okay, there we do. We hit it right there. All right, so I need to adjust the number of contracts I have here down to 2 from 4. Let's see if I can do that here. Okay, that's 2 contracts now at break even. So that was, we're long for 52, and that first objective was at 62. So that's 10 points on each of the first 2 contracts. And now we're at break even on the other 2 contracts right now. Now, with these 2 contracts that we have left, our next objective would be up. As you can see here, the software does have us with a likely area of resistance here, and then the next one up in this area here. So just in case we get a nice little spike, I'm going to go ahead and put in another sell limit up here at 72 just for 1 contract. So we'll just in case it does give a nice spike, we'll get a nice 20 points out of that. So backing off here a little bit. So at any rate, that's it for now. Been in this trade a little over 20 minutes and 23 minutes or so. I'll go ahead and pause the recording and pick it up when need be. Okay, just restarting the recording here. It's 7:55 my time, so been in this trade, 40 minutes. It has come down to within just a tick of our stop or so. As it turns out, I'm going to have to exit this trade here in just a few minutes anyway. I've got an appointment I've got to go to. So we'll just see how it pans out here over the next couple of minutes. We may end up with break even. We did get 10 points on each of the first 2 contracts, so that's a good sign. That's what we like to see. And we'll just let it go here for another couple of minutes, and so I'll just pause it and get back here in just a couple of minutes. Hi, okay, we're just back recording here. Okay, I'm going to have to get going here. Looks like it's coming back down to perhaps stop us, so I'm just going to go ahead and lower this sell limit here. We're long from 52, so I'll bring it down here to what is that, 55. See if we get hit on that in a second. That'll be it for, okay, there we got, I'll cancel that. So we got 3 points from 52 to 55 on the second 2. That's a total of 6. We got 10 each on the first 2. That's a total of 20. So 26 points on that trade. So anyway, just wanted to bring you up to date on that. Any questions, get a hold of us at info@daytradethemarkets.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.